I'm really confident we can make it out of groups. I hope for a good draw. I hope that we either have 2 bad teams with us or just have 3 good teams with us. I don't like having like 3 teams fighting with a wild card.
Vladimir will never get nerfed. You will get an 0-5 Yasuo in every one of your ranked games. NA will win worlds.
Hey man, got trouble sleeping? Try Brain Effect Sleep.
What are you doing in my home?
Hello everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, joined once again by Youngbuck. Congratulations on securing the second seed to Worlds. A very important difference, of course. Was the team stressed at one point that, hey, you know, the G2 series wasn't too easy on us? Are we going to be able to bring it back? But you guys obviously did. So what was the difference?
Team difference, I guess. We were just too good. Hilly was sick the entire week, so we barely got to practice. You can tell everyone is just really tired, burned out, and yeah, we have to spend another week in Berlin practicing for a match that is basically a show match. It doesn't even matter really who wins, because a lot of players and a lot of teams actually want to go through play-ins, because they say it actually helps you define your play style and gets you a lot of confidence going into lesser teams. So a little bit disappointed we have to play a show match, but in the end, also happy that we were actually not playing very well the first 2 games, but we still managed to win those. So yeah, big props to some of the guys.
Big props to some of the guys, specifically Nemesis, of course. Now, you did tweet out that you guys were potentially looking into playing the Academy team today. Was that just a meme, or was that an actual consideration, given the fact that you might want to play plans?
It was more of a meme, because our roster has been locked, right? We can't actually start our Academy team. It's more that if I could give the guys a break, then I would have. Because like I said, finishing second or third isn't that big of a deal. All we get is we spend an entire week practicing in Berlin, so that when we finish second, we have 5 days extra break or something. So that's basically what we've been fighting for. But our academy has been doing really well in scrims against LEC teams, against us. So I would actually not mind seeing them on stage against some LEC teams.
Do you think they would have had a good shot against Splice in a best of 5 too?
I think they would have had a good chance against any team in the gauntlet.
In the gauntlet. Good little important note here, of course. Now, speaking of finals, in regards to me mentioning it earlier, the finals was very emotional, fantastic from a viewer's perspective. More than 850,000 people tuned in. The second most popular final in EU history, as far as I can tell. But of course, very difficult for Fnatic, given the situations and the way it went down. Just difficult. How did the team bounce back from this final?
By sleeping a couple of nights, I think. There was a lot of silence after the match itself, but take a few. We had like 2 days break, like we had a travel day and another day break before we had to go back to practice. And other than that, how do you come back mentally? Not really. I mean, it goes away after a few days, I think, and then you have to focus on the Splice series.
I mean, like the first training after, a very difficult loss, a tournament loss specifically, is usually an important point in terms of chemistry and how do you get them going again. Was there anything specific that happened, or was it just trying to have another day at the office, so to speak?
No, I think it was I remember we scrimmed Origin and we created some memes during the day, the mosh pit meme. So we were actually having fun during our practice. We had what we call the mosh pit combo. There were like 10 champions stacking on top of each other fighting, and so we were just laughing about it. Like everyone got in the mosh pit. So I think we were just having fun with it.
And that was probably the best call in that situation to break the mood. Yeah,
that's probably the best remedy for what happened in Athens.
But hey, at least you're part of history, and you're not always like part of the winning history, but you're still part of history in some way. So that's worth something. What was more difficult from your perspective for the team, this final or Worlds finals?
World finals, because we thought we had a pretty good chance going into it, and we just got smashed in. Also, almost a world record. So we thought we had it, and I think also the stakes are much higher. I think this is a series that we can look back on in a few months, weeks, maybe years from now, and be really proud of. And that we are part of this historic best of 5, the other one being the Fnatic Origin LEC. The Fnatic IG best of 5 was also historic, but maybe for other reasons. So.
Reasons we're not going to talk about. That said, though, I just talked with Chachi, and he agreed that the assessment is correct, that we have 2 really, really strong teams in EU, of course, in Fnatic and G2, and then there is a gap between the rest. How confident are you in specifically Fnatic and G2 now going into Worlds?
I'm really confident we can make it out of groups. I hope for a good draw. I hope that we either have 2 bad teams with us or just have 3 good teams with us. I don't like having like 3 teams fighting with a wild card. So then I hope the wild card is actually a good team. If we draw, like, let's say seed 1, NA, seed 2, China, Korea, then please throw in another Korean or Chinese team in the end. Yeah, I think we have a good chance making it out of our group. We are really good at playing on stage and not so much in scrim. So I think having the flow of playing a best of 1 every day and then going into like the 3 games in a day kind of setting is really good for us. Less practice, more stage time is really good for our team.
So to get the momentum going, to get the flow going.
Yeah, I think we're really momentum based right now, and it seems just when we play on stage, we just play 10 times better than we do in practice.
It's a good trait to have. It's better than playing 10 times worse than in practice, for sure. And we've known teams like that as well in the past. Now, that said, speaking of momentum, last year at Worlds, when we were like chatting after games and stuff, you in between mentioned at one point that you were sometimes playing a speech from Dragon Ball Super, the Trunks speech, at least, I was told.
Yeah, the Trunks scene. It's not really a speech, but it's, yeah.
The scene, it has an emotional impact.
Yeah.
So is like, knowing that Mickey is also a big weeb, is like anime the secret for EU success here? Is that like, can that be the secret weapon?
It could very well be, but I'm kind of a normie, right? Because I'm watching Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
I think it's episode 66 or something. I don't know it actually, but it's somewhere in that range. And I think Mickey actually watched a lot of anime. I'm really a normie. I just watched a few of the normal ones, the common ones that everyone knows.
Right, but you still use it as like a tool, which, you know, is not that normie, like, maybe.
Yeah, but I use it for myself to get some energy. It's not really that I play it to the team or anything.
I mean, Broxer told me you played it at least once.
Maybe I made a meme video. I made a meme video of one of the Dragon Ball Super scenes. Yeah, I don't know if you watched it, but I can tell you what scene it was.
No.
Well, then I shouldn't tell you.
Okay. Okay. Is this a spoiler?
Yeah, it's like the real Goku is fighting the fake Goku, but then Vegeta says, "I'm gonna fuck this guy up," and Fnatic was Fnatic. Fnatic was Vegeta.
Okay. Yeah. So we've established here, by the way, I was flamed before by Fnatic fans, but I said before, Fnatic's Vegeta, Goku is kind of like Caps in my view. I think that's like a very fitting imagery.
Well, based on the attitudes, I would say that G2 is Vegeta, actually.
It would be more fitting, but I feel like Cap specifically is just so Goku-like.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and I love Vegeta, so I'll take the Vegeta.
Exactly. So you'll take the Vegeta, you'll take the pick there. So in regards to teams that you might face at Worlds, of course, IG is going to be back, potentially in a group with you guys again. Any other teams that you would really like look forward to playing against, maybe get some revenge on IG as well?
In terms of best of 5, SKT, FunPlus, Phoenix, IG, name them all. Basically any Korean or Chinese team, I think, is just a really nice challenge. And if you beat them, you actually feel like you've accomplished something big. Yeah. I was about to flame teams, but some other teams that you don't really want to face in quarters because it doesn't feel like it's as big of an accomplishment.
Right, and sometimes you face them in semis as well, not just kidding.
I may or may not have hinted at that, yeah.
Well, just a bit of banter here and there. Okay, so FunPlus Phoenix sounds... Is that the correct name, FunPlus Phoenix, I think? Yeah. Yeah, it's... yeah, IG. What about RNG?
I fear RNG.
You don't want to face them?
No, I remember last year in the bootcamp, they had our number, so yeah.
So what do we do now? Do we just like pray to TL to have another upset and just get RNG out of the tournament and then we'll like do the rest?
Yeah, something like that. No, I think actually realistically now that the meta is a lot different, we have a really good chance. They were just 5-man bot every game, and then the meta changed. Now the meta changed, and solo lanes also make a big difference. And just you can play to 3 lanes now instead of playing to 1 like last year at the start of the bootcamp at least. So I think we're a very versatile team. All our 3 players can take a step back, let the other guy carry. We also can all 3 of our guys can carry. So yeah, I think our versatility might help us against RNG this year.
Very exciting to hear. Anything you want to say to the Fnatic fans out there?
Always thank you for the support, especially in Athens. It was a really wild show, and we got a lot of heartwarming messages after the series, the players, myself included. So thank you very much. Yeah, we're going to go on like a 10-11 day break and then start boot camping in the London headquarters. So yeah, stay tuned for Worlds. Hopefully there will be a group draw reaction video. That should be the next piece of content that comes out, right?
Yeah,
should be.
I mean, but that's what you guys do, no? Like, I mean, that's on the Fnatic YouTube channel, probably?
It probably is, yeah. I remember last year we were laughing our asses off when we drew 100 Thieves. It was a good video to watch.
It was a good video to watch. I would love it to have it on my channel, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be on Fnatic's YouTube channel, so make sure to check that one out. There's also a great Life of Legends episode, of course, on Athens, with not the most happy ending, but it is a honest look at things, and I always appreciate that. So a hashtag for the people that watch until the end.
Oh, I hate those. I'm so bad at it.
Everyone kind of does, but it's also really cool for the community and stuff. And also it helps us in the YouTube algorithm.
The worst thing is, I sometimes watch an interview of yours and you do the hashtag and I'm like, next time I get an interview request, I have to make sure I have a hashtag ready. And then I'm here on the spot. So, very easy, hashtag going to Worlds.
Hashtag going to Worlds. Second seed. Congratulations, Youngbuck. Best of luck there, of course. Make sure to let us know which teams you would like Fnatic to face in group stage, because I'm very excited for some potential mix-ups here and there. I've already seen some interesting groups, and I would be very, very excited for the group stage reaction video that it will be releasing on Fnatic's YouTube channel. See you guys then. See you guys at Worlds, and thank you so much, Youngbuck, for your time.
You're very welcome.
Bye-bye.
We'd especially like to thank Krzysztof Bujnowicz, Erich Althaus, Lukas Legal, Lazy Raven, and Adam Novosviat for your continuous and very special support, and of course all the people whose names you see scrolling past you right now. We have a lot of amazing projects, and of course Worlds 2019 in Europe coming up, so thank you so much for supporting us and enabling us to do our work. Thank you.